And now it's time for the product rule. So this is the product of the square root of x and the e to the x function. So for one part of it, we're going to need to take the derivative of the square root of x. Now you could rewrite this as x to the 1/2 and then do the power rule. It's going to leave an exponent of x to the negative 1/2 and then rewrite that so that it doesn't have a negative exponent. Or you could save yourself some work by just remembering the derivative of the square root function is 1 over 2 times the square root. We also have the e function, and its derivative is actually the easiest one there is. The derivative of e to the x is just e to the x. Now those are the pieces that we need. We also need to use the product rule, which says if you have a product of two things, a times b, then the derivative is going to be derivative of a, and then just leave b alone, plus leave the a alone and take the derivative of b. So in this case, the derivative is going to equal, so take the derivative of the square root function, that's that one, and then leave the e function alone. Plus, now leave the square root function alone and take the derivative of e to the x, which is e to the x. Now with this one, you could actually stop right there. It's perfectly fine to leave the square root in the denominator, that's fine. If you wanted to clean it up a little bit, notice that they both have e to the x, so you could factor out e to the x. And then it would leave the 1 over 2 square root of x plus a square root of x, and then it's done.